So again, folks, these are generally accepted accounting principles. I keep telling you, as an accountant, I sat in the rooms, and you can make legal adjustments that impact the income statement and the balance sheet. Honest. However, the cash flow statement doesn't lie.
Yep.
The cash flow statement doesn't lie. So talk about how important the cash flow statement is, because again, that is the oxygen or the blood or whatever of a business.
Yeah, that's just taking into account what your actual revenue is coming in and what's hitting the bottom line on a quarterly basis. It's taking out all the noise, stripping out all the ability to manipulate whatever it is, the building that you're depreciating over 3 years versus 5 years, whatever it is. It is the cash, the hard dollar amount that you're bringing in. And again, that's the revenue. Here's the expense. That's what hits the bottom line. Boom. What happened to the overall cash position of the company based on that flow?
Would it be fair to say that you could show positive income? You could have a very large net worth and your business can still go bankrupt because your cash flow is negative?
Yeah, no doubt whatsoever. That's exactly what you're referencing.
Yeah. This is why it's important, folks. There are companies today that are cash flow negative, that have billion-dollar valuations, that if they can't successfully raise more debt, will die.
And that market's squeezed right now because you had, the Fed moving interest rates up causes that cost of capital to get more expensive on these companies, and it's straining. Look at the VC market. The VC market's basically frozen right now. No one is committing capital into these companies that are telling a great story, because that's exactly what's happening. That was what was selling in 2021. That was the crypto story of 2021. Anything with a crypto tag on it got VC money that got absolutely pumped behind it. And how bad were the accounting systems there? Don't look any further than FTX. Like, this is exactly what you're talking about, Michael, like in a microcosm within the crypto space.
Yeah. This is why being an accountant, again, it was probably the least fun of my career, but the most eye-opening. I remember sitting in these rooms as the youngster and seeing these executives talk about decisions that would materially impact earnings that frankly seemed like a game.
And you sat back and were like, I haven't been in this business that long, but this isn't what I expected to see.
Yeah. I did, I don't know what I was, 24, 25 after my MBA. I was coming out going, wow, these guys are dirty. It's like, wow. Yeah, because I remember one time example, the raw number, because again, we would do, so the quarter would close. We had 4 business days to get the top down review done. On the 5th day, usually in the afternoon, we would go sit in this room, and I was a fly on the wall just listening, right? I don't know squat, but I know the system, so I do the updates, right? And we came there, and we were like, we lost 7 cents a share. I don't remember what the dollar, but I remember 7 cents.
I bet you didn't report that.
No, we did not.
They didn't report that. Is what
no, they didn't report that. So they said that's unacceptable. We told the street, I don't know, 2 weeks ago that we were going to report 11 cents positive. So for the next 4 or 5 hours, the 15 people in that room went through the entire balance sheet, income statement, and said, what can we modify?
Manipulate.
And sure enough, we reported 12 cents. We beat.
you outperformed their outperformance.
Yeah, we beat. I was like, and again, the other thing I want to say, because these are generally accepted accounts, these games, they only work for a short time.
Correct.
That is one thing that I don't, again, the reason it all washes out is because these assumptions eventually come back, right? What they assumed to go from -7 to 12 cents, they eventually had to pay back. So either A, they told the street in the future things would be worse, right? So lower the bar, or they just got, right? So,
and that's what happens is simultaneously, if a lot of this is taking place not just in one company, across industries, then that's where you can get all of a sudden bad report, gap downwards in the market, because systematically you get that waterfall of, okay, we are now coming to the realization that we can't continue to kick this can down the road and fill gaps in places by manipulating the balance sheet. The numbers just aren't there.
Yeah.
And when they
Yeah.
aren't there and it becomes evident, at some point you got to swallow the pill. And if too many companies swallow the pill at the same time, that's when you can get that gap downwards.
Well, that's why recessions get really bad. Because again, I was in this room. I was there, I don't know, 3 years or so. And I remembered that -7 to 12. I think it was like 9 months later. The economy was different. And I remember being in that same room. And they basically said, now it's time to clean the books. They said that phrase. Yikes. Because the rest of the market was already tanking. So like, we're gonna take it all now.
We'll just join them.
And people have heard me say this. It's the kitchen sink quarter.
Yep.
So they go back through every manipulation. They clean the books. They take all the pain in one quarter. Why? So they reset lower and the game continues.
Yep. And at the same time, when you look at it, the performance of a CEO is relative to their peers. So if the peers are moving down simultaneously, then you can take that pill and say, hey, listen, I'm in the same business.
You have to take it eventually. Might as well be in a recession.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So you talk about a lot of this stuff. I learn stuff on your socials all the time. Where can people follow you?
Yep, we're on both TikTok and Instagram at Life Goal Investments. We do lives on both of them. So see us on both of them. You'll catch us whenever we're on.
Yep. If you want to see a guy walking around the New York Stock Exchange, follow this guy. Thanks, buddy.
I'm your guy.